Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am Bahamut, your caster. On the left hand side we've got the House of Chez, and on the right we have Wood League. This is the Nexus Gaming Series Division C East matchup. Welcome, thank you all for joining me. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday or night or morning. I don't know what time it is for you. But we're not gonna get an Asmodee in here, so let's go ahead and talk about the maps, because there's really nothing else to talk about at this point. We had the coin flip initially won by the members of House of Chez. They banned out Volskaya Foundry. Cursed Hollow was banned out by Wood League, and the members of House of Chez opted for the Tomb of the Spider Queen for game number 1, so that is going to be where we see ourselves for this first map here. I did that, okay. Let's go ahead and get back into the draft, as we do have Nubarak and a Kael'thas also being banned out for both of these teams. So, bans completely through. Okay. Before I can even get the words out, Diablo is going to be the pickup here on the side of Wood League. Not a bad idea at all, but that's going to be a Gul'dan Ariel. Are they Cho'Galling? That's very, like, upfront, like, hey, we got Cho'Gall things. Gul'dan's great for wave clear. Ariel is a great battery. You don't have to go into, or not battery, but, you know, Gul'dan's a great battery for Ariel, and there's other things that are into that, such as Vala is great on this map as well. In some cases where we've seen a reprise of her, but that will be Arthas and Ana. If they ban on a Malthael here, like, or a Tychus, I'm just gonna be sitting like, please, Wood League, please ban it out. Well, don't, because I want to cast it, but that's going to be a Li Ming. Okay, they're afraid of the resets. The nano boost onto them would be a little annoying. Actually, let me double check something really quick. Have any ban? Is it ban? Bans. Finesse. Okay. I just realized that I should mention the things that are banned. So it looks like Chromie is actually banned as well as Lucio. So I guess the major rework has called for a ban, and that's actually going to be the Vala that we talked about before as a battery for Ariel, and a Blaze as well. So that could be their solo lane into the Arthas. That's not a bad idea at all. I think Blaze is pretty strong here. The wave clear is great. The setup is pretty powerful as well. We'll see what kind of combinations we can get with this. If this is going to be a combustion Blaze, or if this is just going to be bunker for the safety. I mean, that would be a nice kind of buffer as well with the Ariel Crystal Aegis on top of that. But Raynor and Jaina are going to be coming out for the members of Wood League. Jaina great for the rotation, wave clear. Yrel for the solo lane, so this is a main tank Blaze. Okay. Nice cast. By the way, nice cast last time, enjoying it. Peace for Germany. Hey! Babarderfet, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Also, where from Germany? I feel like I've asked you this before. And thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. I enjoy casting quite a bit. Alrighty. Ooh, the house is hot. Alright, sorry, I just want to turn down the 2 degrees. And also retweet. I like the hero site sent out a tweet saying, like, I have no chill that I don't sleep and cast 24/7, and that's pretty true. Like, I'm actually on this channel. The only reason I don't cast on Mondays is because Sundays takes so much out of me, because that's 7 hours of casting. But in the past, like, I would do Monday through Thursday, take Fridays off, and then do streams Saturday and or Sunday. And that's pretty much going to be like what we'll go back to in the summer, because in the summer there's no snowboarding. And like, I don't have to get up early in summer. If I want to go to the beach with Bandit, then maybe. Even then, that's like a Sunday thing or something. But either way, we got ourselves a game. Let's go ahead and get into that. On the left-hand side, we have got the members of House of Chez with Mariners. 005 is going to be on the Blaze. We're going to be having the Hurricane on the Yrel. Caribou will be on that Ariel. Flash is going to be on the Gul'dan and Chez mix. Rounding out the team on that Vala. The good luck, have funs have come out from both these teams. Checking in on the right-hand side here, we are going to be having the members of Wood League with running running Idiot on the Ana. Cavalier is going to be on the Jaina. Corks will be on the Arthas. J-Mac on the Diablo. And rounding out the team in the bottom lane is going to be Barcode on the Raynor. That is the new season mount, and it is pretty good looking. Look at that tail. Look at that little face. No, turn back, Raynor. Okay, there's a fight in mid. Let's actually take a peek at that. We actually had Jaina going into the Frostbolt at level 1, so going to be going straight into that entire poke build right there. Gul'dan did go into the Echo of Corruption at level 1, so going to be having the ability to stack that up, and that's going to be strong in the rotations. Blaze also with the new habits as the main tank, making those rotations in between the lanes is going to be very powerful for them, so that isn't a bad idea at all, because you're going to be able to stack those up about every single rotation. Jaina not going into the Furnace of Frost is a little interesting to me. We also do have the Frost Presence, or excuse me, the Eternal Hunger for the Arthas as well. Overpowered from J-Mac, but a lot of damage is going to be coming out from a couple of these members. They're forcing them, and they're actually getting body blocked through their own gate. They'll be able to tap well and stay alive, but the rotations continue. And the main thing that you want to focus in on these rotations is just going for the wave clear. You can engage and poke here and there, but mostly you're going to want to make a snap rotation between the lanes, pick up gems, get the experience, and then just rotate back into your next lane. Bottom lane, we can actually take a peek at the Hurricane versus Korix here. And you're all just playing this a little slow and safe in the back line, as that Avenging Wrath ready to just kind of jump onto the wave or onto Arthas. But as I said before, realistically you're not going to be yielding a kill here. You can displace them a little bit here and there, but we actually have the Flash taking quite a bit of damage in this top lane. Fire Stomp will connect onto them a little bit there. Blaze a little bit low, but they're able just to back out. No problem at all. Taking a peek back into bottom lane, because this Arthas playing up in this lane a little far. We could see maybe a rotation coming out from the members of House of Chez to try and maybe get a pick onto them, but right now it seems like they're extremely focused on making sure they're picking up those gems and continuing to soak up that experience. And this is, the start of Tomb of the Spider Queen. Hold on, we have nice knockback into the wall as well with that Detainment Strike. It's Tomb of Spider Queen. The rotations from the start of the game are really, really slow because you're mostly just looking for those gems. Also trying to get those turned in, as we see 8 of them going in on the side of House of Chez. That's the only thing with Tomb of Spider Queen. It's got the slowest start when it comes to maps, in my opinion, but Blaze is going to be diving in here. A lot of good damage coming out, but they're going to be taking most of it. Chesmix is going to have to get the Vault right out of there, and now we have J-Mac getting whittled down here and there, but as I said, it's just going to be a little bit of whittling, a little bit of poke, and then rotations back in the lane for the experience. Let's go ahead and take a peek at bottom lane. It looks like we do have Arthas getting pushed in quite a bit by this Urel, still sustaining over them. See how that works out. Do they have the well? Do they have the Hearth full? They're going to have that well just fine. And we're getting closer and closer for both these teams when it comes to the gen turn, and after that point, it's just going to be the mass rush to try and get as much value as possible with that first or second Web Weaver. And they don't yield a ton, but it definitely gives you a bit of an advantage in a lot of these situations, especially with the siege power that I can put into some of these lanes and taking down the fort, and then you can start staggering out with a couple of the catapults here and there. Blaze going to be trying to just body block J-Mac from getting an overpower into Chesmix and doing a fairly good job there. And now we have a little bit of, oh, actually, hold on, re-engage coming out from Blaze. And they start to back out here. That Hungering Arrow getting a decent amount of value, but not going to be going into the stacks, going into the Hot Pursuit for the Vala there, getting that auto attack based damage, as well as it's the, what is it? I thought there was one. Oh, no, I'm thinking of Caltrops. It's keeping yourself above a certain amount of hatred. This one I just do believe Hot Pursuit just adds already something baseline. I thought I had that wrong. And rotation just into the top lane for the gems, and that does put them into that range on the side of House of Chez. Maybe you can see them trying to go for that turn in. J-Mac does want to interrupt it. That will be the Fire Stomp coming out from them. Ana still poking out as well. And Sevens, fairly close for both these teams. Back in the bottom lane, it is still going to continue to be the eternal battle between these two. Nice push into the wall there for the Righteous Hammer, and Hurricane not going to be losing out too much health here into this Arthas. Going to be doing fairly well by themselves. Go back over here, and we have a nice combo coming out onto Flash. Nice Sustainment Strike as well onto Cavalier, but too much damage goes out, and that will be first kill of the game going over to the members of Wood League. Can they follow up for a second? No. That still does mean that they have turned in, but they've also reached on the side of Wood League, so it's availability for both these teams. Blaze going to be poking out here and there. Ariel will be the initial target, but they actually end up getting the turn into bottom lane. Detainment Strike onto J-Mac. Now they need to just walk out of here, not stagger out of death. Gul'dan is already back because the death timers are very, very low. And we can just see them getting the Hearth back in this bottom lane. Hurricane is going to be just keeping the pressure and letting that Webweaver descend right into this front gate. If you didn't know, the Webweavers always descend as far up as your minion wave has pushed up into the lane. But in this top lane, speaking of, a lot of good fight going to be breaking out here. J-Mac taking a lot of the damage, but already full on souls is not going to be a big deal for this Diablo. That healing is just going to be way too strong for them. J-Mac going to take the long rotation out through that top lane little cubby area. And oh my god, the burst that came onto Kevlar with the purple wave, I guess you could call it, that comes out from the Webweaver. Also the Echo Corruption. So a lot of purple damage coming out from the side of House of Chez with this siege right now. And they're focusing on top lane because of the fact that you can stack boss into this later into the game. And if you can open this up, that'll be huge for them. Mid lane is also pressuring up fairly nicely as the top lane has just ended. Nice sustainment strike for the disengage. You can see mid lane's opened up quite a bit. Bottom lane has got about the same value. Hurricane is going to be left by themselves, and they still have this tower up and available. They actually rotate to mid as they do have about an eighth of a health bar left on this Webweaver. They can try and just whittle down this fort a little bit. This is a little risky, but if they can get a little bit of an advantage here, that'd be huge for them. Or reset Diablo health or stacks right now. J-Mac taking so much damage. 1 or 2 more autos gets it, and that will be Souls Rip for the Diablo. The big thing with that is now they need to stack up those 100 again, and they don't have the insta-revive as this progresses. And 10s are going to be fairly close, so once that 10 hits, we can really see them pressure in with the with that heroic talent tier, as well as look for just kills on Diablo, because there's no resets on stacks, or there's no reset on life, I guess you can call it, because there's no stacks available here. Kevlar just getting so much damage put onto them. The members of House of Chez are looking really good. Hey, Zengaju, what's up? Keep up the passionate casting. Thanks so much, bud. I appreciate it. Glad to have you stop by. Hope you're having a great day. Fire Stomp continuing out from the Diablo, just looking just to scout this out, slow them down. They have their turn-in availability on the side of Wood League, and they're trying just to deny this. They don't have it themselves, but they're going to be sitting at 38 out of the 55 and not too far off on some of these rotations and collections. Meanwhile, Urel is still in the bottom lane, kind of left to her own devices, as they are going to be hitting those 10 talent tiers. Horrify, Rain of Vengeance, Combustion for the Blaze. That's going to be one of the Rain of Vengeance coming out there. So they're not going to go for the double stasis. They're only going to be looking for the stasis from the Arya with the Crystal Aegis. There we go. I don't know why I was thinking of white mains. I kept going Scarlet Aegis. I'm like, that's not right at all. Alrighty though. Go ahead and take a look. You can see them. They're trying to just play this so safe until they have their level 10s, and now they have achieved that. That will be Ring of Frost going out, connecting onto no one. Blaze with that new habits completed at level 1 allows them to have the unstoppable status when they do pop their trait, that Pyromania. Really, really great use from the Blaze player right now, and just being a great tank as a Blaze. We can also note that the Gul'dan is sitting at 36 stacks on the Echo Corruption out of the 40 necessary. We also do have the Sacred Sweep. No, repeated offense. I never can remember that one, but that's sitting at 4 out of the 6. But that's going to be the combustion coming out. Below Barcode is going to be taking a lot of damage. Hurricane is going to be diving as well, but that is going to be Blaze kind of left by themselves. We do have Arthas with a nice root coming out. There is a Sustainment Strike. Horrify comes out as well. And we're trying to see if this Blaze can make it out. They try and get the Jet Propulsion. Stasis will be there. The Hyperion is going to be coming out from the Rainer there. That will also be the Lightning Breath, trying to slow some of these members in this Hyperion, but that's going to be the Rooted Caribou. They do have a full bar of healing. They drop it on themselves, but I don't think they're going to be able to make it out alive, and that's going to be 2 kills in favor for the members of Wood League. Now they have this availability for turn-in, actually back-to-back turn-ins too. So if they can get some value with this and then just turn around and have that winning advantage, they can go back and absolutely get a second turn-in here. We can see just between the Janet and Rainer, they have enough for that second turn-in. They'll need 55, and between those two, they're sitting at 57. I can do it. Hey, Lucid, what's up? Thanks for coming by. How you doing? Let's go ahead and pull away these gem counts as we do have Barcode getting chased here. Just going to be stepping right out of that Rain of Vengeance, and Mac is going to be anchoring for the friendly team. Urel going to be in that bottom lane to make sure that the Arthas doesn't get too much value, and the mid lane is going to be left unchecked, but there's a catapult right there for now. And it's going to be looking like Flash is going to do their best just to whittle down this Webweaver, and they're doing a fairly good job. Ring of Frost comes out, doesn't connect onto anyone. Sleep Dart did go out as well. Blaze going to pop that Pyromania just to keep themselves, well, cleansed in a sense, because they don't have one per se. A lot of good poison damage coming out from the Gul'dan, but that Ana will be able to get the healing darts out onto them as well. take a peek at some of the damage numbers before we get into that level 13 in just a second. We rotate into mid. Top lane didn't go down, but mid lane's a little bit more healthy and a lot more open. And we'll see as Gul'dan is focusing on trying to whittle down some of these players with that Echo Corruption. As Webweaver has taken down the gate. Oryx is rotating in as well. We don't have a Syndragosa. I actually didn't look at the Arthas talents until just now, and I was like, oh wait, did we get Syndragosa because of the way it's rotation? But no, that's going to be also the Combustion out from the Blaze. So much damage onto this Arthas. They get hit with the Corruption, and that should be enough poison damage that will be flash putting the Crystal Aegis. Now Barcode is left on their own. That also will be the, the Ardent Defender for the Yrel just to keep her alive, and then the Horrify just to separate the Raynor away from the friendly team. That is so powerful. This Echoed Corruption is getting so much value on that return direction. That completed quest on this map is so devastating, and that's actually exactly what they did not want to do on the side of Wood League. They had some nice pressure, but what they could have done is just backed off, gone for that second back-to-back Webweaver turn-in, and allowed them to pressure in again as the waves have already crashed up. Now, with a little bit of a reset in the fight, a little bit of a reset on the map, House of Chez says, all right, cool, this is our opening. Let's go ahead, we're going to pop that. They're going to move in through mid. They've already got periodic catapult pressure there. The wave isn't too far down the lane. Excuse me, it is. I completely missed that to the right of me. Webweaver does descend. Now Ana going to be trying to poke out as well here and there, and it looks like it's just going to be this mid lane pressure. Okay. I'm trying to wait and see. Where are we going with this? Once again, that Corruption. Half of the Jaina's health bar is just poison damage. I don't know if they have well or if they want to tap it. Running Idiot is trying to just get the healing darts onto their friendly player. And now we actually have Raynor with the Hyperion, a little bit of a side flank here just to kind of push them out. And they say, you know what, that's absolutely fine. Bottom lane is so stacked up, they could quickly rotate down there and try and go for the bottom lane Webweaver push, but they're actually going to be rotating into top. This Webweaver just ended. This lane isn't too far stacked up. This could be a little risk. I understand that they want to time this out with the boss. They are also pulling the enemy team away from this bottom lane. You can see how much, just look how many what you could call, you know, spider butts there are, but those are all archers, and they are shredding through all that. Meanwhile, they're so displaced, they're just keeping this fight engaged. They're just keeping them kind of distracted while this bottom lane Webweaver has just shredded through the front gate. We left this scene and it was just approaching it. Now they're going to be making it to the keep. This will not get the keep down, but it is still going to get quite a big value. As you can see, there are so many of these spiders pushing in through the lane. Oh my god, this keep is getting absolutely shredded. It's gonna be like a hair. Yeah, it's gonna be like a hair. I thought this keep was gonna have way more health, and you can see they're posturing a little bit. They are going just for these rotations for the gem pickups, but also they want to be having these lanes pressured up so they can play around the map a little more aggressive. Also make sure that they deny this next turn in, because that kind of gives them a bit of a pause in the fight, a little bit more momentum on the side of Wood League. Have the availability of the Bruiser camp. Don't want to let these positions be open for any moment. And you can see that Blaze is watching that. Yrel and Bala doing the same thing in top. No one checking on boss, but no one's on boss, and it's the race for 16 in a sense. We do have that hot pursuit, or not hot pursuit, Creed of the Hunter. The Vala is sitting at 76 out of 100 stacks. Get 24 more hits onto the enemy heroes with basic attacks and repeated defense, sitting at 4 out of 6 still. Ariel needs to get 2 more of those sustainment strikes into the corners, and Jaina not fully done on the ice block, only sitting halfway through that baseline quest, but let's see, we might have an engage popping up below us. No 16s just yet. This is a nice stacked up wave in favor for the members of House of Chez. What do they go for? This is, it's like the tense moment on Tomb of the Spider Queen, where they're just, both teams are saying like, well, we don't want to play too far out. We've also got a talent tier approaching for both of us, so we just don't want to give over any sort of minimal to small advantage that there is on the map. Sixteens are going to be here, though, for both of these teams, and with that, they now want to rotate in and go for this. Sorry, I was just chugging tea really quick, and so let's see. Hurricane just waiting. Has that Ardent Defender ready. I'm waiting for the engagement here. 16s are there. Corruption out from the Gul'dan onto Barcode. You can see so much health. Then now they just get that Bio Grenade out as well. Some couple healing darts, and they're absolutely fine. Raynor just waiting on that 16 talent. And just slow plays, but here's the thing, they can't play this too slow on the side of Wood League. The slower they play it, the more the lanes are going to stack up against them, especially in bottom and top. You can already see on the minimap, Diablo with the charge in. It's a lot of damage going out. They put themselves in this corner here. That will be the combustion from the Blaze in the back line. Diablo goes down. Souls are completely ripped. Ring of Frost comes out. That will connect onto a couple. Horrify comes out as well. They get the Ana. Looking at Barcode, they get the charge onto them as well. And with the nano boosted Jaina running away, the Arth is trying to get the turn in here, but Hyperion's going to stall it out for a couple times. Wait, Hyperion? I'm dumb. It's on the friendly team. There we go. I'm just like, wait, Hyperion, why aren't you? Yeah, because it's the friendly team. So they end up getting this Webby return, and which does delay it out for a little bit. Don't know how I messed that up, but either way. The Web Weavers will descend, and realistically, it just kind of puts a pause in the fight. We have 14 seconds on the Rainer and 11 on the Ana. We just go ahead and just look back into our lanes as they are going to be descending far back here. It's 15 minutes into the game, but you can see that they're saying, well, we don't want you to get any value with this, and we're going to try and take this away as quickly as possible. On the side of House of Chez, Wood League is just saying, well, we'll back up and we'll wait. And now Jane are going to be going down to the Echoed Corruption. I just want to see this really quickly. Hold on. I can't click on her recap. Never mind. All right. I think there is a way to click on it, but we're not going to fiddle with that just now. But either way, I was just curious to see how much of that corruption damage ended up, well, taking her over in a sense. Top lane going to get pushed back here. Bottom lane still extremely low. They also have pushed up this Web Weaver quite a bit. This might get the fort because they might not be able to rotate in time, and this is a well stacked up lane in their favor. But are they going to try and fight? Are they going to try and slow them down? And Web Weavers are going to end, and this is not going to be the bottom lane fort going down. They have the clear onto this. And now with 18 to 17 in levels, we have the turn availability for the members of House of Chez. Will they be able to deny this? They got to take one big fight before this 20 hits especially too, because they've got a level lead over them on the side of House of Chez. Wood League is just going to be looking for that. You can see them sharking around this point over here. A couple members showing in mid lane, but this is the sneaky part right there. They can just catch one. You can see how safe they're playing it. This is just these super backed up rotations, not going anywhere near the turn-ins, and I think they know it themselves, so you can even see how the members of Wood League are playing. They're going to grab the Siege camp, or this Bruiser camp on the right, and that looks like it's going to be the same thing on the side of House of Chez. No plays for the boss just yet. Maybe we'll see that a little bit later here. Just skimming through some of the talents overall, and it looks like nothing crazy out of the ordinary, but this is going to be an easy turn-in for the members of House of Chez. While they were clearing out the bottom lane, they showed quite a few members. All right, this isn't going to be the only one to stop them, so they go ahead and just let that go through. Now, mid lane, getting cleared out. It's got a lot of minions, a couple catapults, I do think, or just one catapult, but it's also still got this armor buffing mage, which is going to be huge for the team because, well, that Jane is going to be a little mitigated in a sense, as well if you see like a lightning breath for zone or even a Hyperion. So let's see what we get here, as this is going to be a lot of the snow dump. This minion wave is going to be descending quite far down. That's going to be the Hyperion coming through the lane as well. And now they have potential to end here. They're looking for it too. 20s are very close. Corruption coming out from the Gul'dan. Horrify's up and available. Tame and Strike to knock away the Diablo trying to charge in here, but this is going to be mid lane kind of poked out a little bit, and they just back right out. They're not going to be able to get the keep. Bottom lane, though, do they make the rotation for bottom? You can actually see quite a few going for top, so it looks like they're okay with forfeiting over the bottom lane. They really don't want to have the boss Web Weaver combo stack up against them, and with them leaving that entire lane, they still have minions here. They rotate in and say, all right, cool, this is our mid lane fort now. Or our mid lane keep going, or your mid lane keep going down, but that's not going to be the case. Bottom lane did go down. Let's go ahead and see what we get for the level 20s here. Upgrade on the Combustion, as well as Rancor. I remember my friend who was a huge Vala player was just like, that's such a fun talent, because he's just like, I just become so annoying at that point. Seraphim is going to be for the Yrel. We also have the Haunt for that Gul'dan, and then we have the Shield of Hope, if I'm not mistaken. And then the upgrade is the Fire Flash. They're not pressuring in with their 20s. They are going to go threaten boss. They have the Horrify up and available. Oh, are they going to fake boss? The only thing is if they wait too long on this, this is going to be a free, easy turn-in for the members of Wood League, and that, as I said, it just kind of puts a pause in the game a little bit. But here's the thing. Bottom lane is going to descend right where that keep is. Mid lane, it's about halfway, and top lane, it's right in front of their own keep. So this boss is going to get spawned and push right into the keep, and I think they might just ignore Web Weavers. Arthas is going to go for the turn-in? Okay, yeah. I think they're maybe just waiting to the last moments of the boss and the Web Weaver crash into each other. I don't know. We'll see what happens here, as this is going to be 20 to 19 levels. The top lane keep is getting threatened by the members of House of Chez. They're trying to push in. They've taken this down. The boss hasn't even hit it once, and now Web Weavers descend right into the boss. It completely ignores a move over to the core. That's going to be the Hyperion coming out from the Rainer. Lightning Breath is going to be out from the Diablo. Nana Boost onto that as well. That will be the Urel, but she's going to get Crystal Aegis. That is going to be the cancellation of the Ardent Defender, and oh, the Horrify in the top right of the map, and that's going to be a lot of good damage out, but the core is starting to fall here. Blaze with the charge in. That will be Jaina going down, and now Blaze in a bit of a bad spot. They don't have a bunker, and they will go down here. 30-some% on this core. They're just focusing. The GGs are called, but it might have been too early, as it's just a Gul'dan and the Ariel, and that is going to be a 2% core. 2% core. Bottom lane fort's going down, or mid lane fort's going down. Bottom lane fort will go down as well. Top lane Web Weaver really low on health. Will just be ending there. Holy crap. Are we serious right now? Plus 30 seconds. They're moving in. I don't know if they're going to be able to take down a gate and take down a keep and take down core. But they can get some good siege value here. Sieging wise, they don't have a ton on their side, but if they can just even this out, get consistent catapult pressure through mid lane as well in their favor, that at least means there's one lane they do not need to worry about. This mid lane keep, as I said, is going to take a little bit of time, but they will not be able to rush core after this. 4 seconds on the Blaze, 7 seconds on Vala. They knows themselves. They're going to back right out of there. But what a core play right there. That lightning breath coming out from the Diablo was so strong. Did they go for the Hellstorm? They did go for the upgrade. I was like, man, that is a long time. Also, it looks like Ana went for the nano boost. So, the nano infusion, excuse me. And so that healing with the lightning breath is going to be so powerful. I love that combo. Looks like Arthas is actually going to go for Anti-Magic Shell as well, just to keep themselves a little bit safer from that Gul'dan rip and tear of the corruption. But that's 20 to 20, a 2% core. Wood League has got a milk percent core right now, and this hangs in the balance. Like it one fight on the wrong side for Wood League, that could spell disaster for them, because there's so many ways to end this here. That's going to be the Hyperion coming out, a lot of good damage. That will be the Haunt as well. Ring of Frost goes out, but it doesn't connect onto anyone. That's going to be the Arthas in a bit of a bad spot. They're going to have the Lightning Breath coming out as well. No Nana Boost to follow up. Crystal Aegis is going to be out. Arthas goes down. Blaze down as well. The Nana Boost is going to connect, and Chesmix is taking quite a bit of damage, but they end up backing out. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Bruiser for main tank in a sense, but they still have Urel, and this is going to be mid lane pressured up. I don't think they can end off of this, though, on the side of Wood League. The posturing reads that way to me. It looks like they want to try and end off of this. For this top lane. Is that 3 catapults? 30-some seconds? If they can deny them from backing right here, this will be huge. Jaina went back, though, so it's going to be absolutely fine. Because she'll be able to get a Blizzard Burst and, yeah, no shielding. Because this was saying that, oh wait, no, running idiot is going to get chased here. There's the pings just to try and help out, and Rainer with the knockback. Diablo going to be showing up as well, anchoring for the team. Rel diving in. Gul'dan didn't put that first corruption on core, and Vala was auto-attacking heroes at the end. Could have been easy GG. It's those moments. Like, it was, I was watching it, like, Urel walked in with Ardent Defender and was like, I'm going to heal up from 0 to 100 because you're going to have a nano boosted Diablo lightning breathing me in the face, and then their Ariel was just like, hey, you look kind of damaged, let me go ahead and Crystal Aegis you, which completely mitigated the amount of time that Ardent Defender was running, so that was the reason the Urel went down. If it was just there were a couple anti-synergies there, but now with the consistent pressure that they're going to be having through these lanes, that's going to be response. all the time. They're gonna have to play in this responsive mode, just making rotations, getting clears, and just hoping that they don't get backdoored. Boss is not gonna be up for another 17 seconds, so we're gonna actually see the run up for. Okay, is this the throw pit? Also, Hemo Santiago, how's it going? Thanks for coming by, bud. Boss is gonna be. It's gonna be back. Waiting. Diablo fire stomp to find out. No, not yet. Oh, he's gonna face check the bush. This is not the best idea. Blaze with the charge out. Diablo was gonna get the shadow charge as well. Corks is gonna be trying to get some value out here. That's gonna be the nano boosted lightning breath. You can see Blaze gets the self cleanse and they're able to walk out. That is going to also be the Crystal Aegis. Might have slowed them down a little too much so that the Horrify will come out. Nice jet propulsion out of there. Corks is gonna be taking so much damage, but they do have some great healing tools, and that will be the complete disengage. All of these heroics have been used, and nothing yielded a kill. The only thing that's left up and available is Ardent Defender. Let's go ahead and actually throw some numbers out here so you can at least see healing, where we sit on some of all that. There is a chance for a turn-in on the side of Wood League. And this could yield them a really big push. 26-minute Web Weavers. They only need one more gem. Just make sure that Arthas isn't the one who needs to turn in. Oh, they don't want to let this go. They do not want to just keep baiting him over to this boss, and they're hoping that they're going to pull him in. But House of Chez, not getting the plays that they want here. A little bit of poke out from both. And nothing. Meanwhile, though, the big thing to note here, bottom lane. Bottom lane is stacked up, and they're going to have to hearth back with someone soon. It looks like it's J-Mac to do that. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, no, okay. I was just like, wait, is nobody going back? And I wonder, because they're seeing the core being attacked and they can also see them on the core, they're just going to go ahead and move over to boss. J-Mac will scout this out with the fire stump, so they know that they're here, so they've got to make a quick decision to make this rotation. But the thing is, Horrify is up as well. Also, this boss has completely been shredded. That will be the Diablo trying to step in on this, and that's going to be the Hyperion coming out as well. Lightning Breath will be there. That's going to be the Nano Boost out from them, and they're just zoning as much as they can. The Horrify comes out, but the Absorption will be there, and nobody really going down. Oh, wait, no, I spoke too soon. Barco taking a lot of damage here. Needs to avoid that stun from the boss. Going to get some healing from the Ana, and they chase right into this. Top lane has no keep. Boss is moving down the lane. They're trying to weaken this thing as best as possible. That's going to be the Arthas getting stunned out here. Echo Corruption coming out from the Gul'dan. They pick off the Arthas in this run, and now they have bottom lane catapults coming in as well. The GGs are actually even called out from the members of Wood League already. Detainment Strike to knock them away. Blaze is going to be jumping in here for some extra damage. Now boss hits the core. 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be game number 1 going over to the members of House of Chez. GG. Well played. Oh man, what a game number 1. Hey, Whoa No Hots, what's up? Wow, I just tuned into this game and it looks very stressful for Wood League. Yikes, too many backed. Oh. Hey, I just realized this. This is, they actually put in these little, like, dividers for the numbers. Like, there's little grayouts on these sides. That's new, right? Right? There's so many quality of life things that they just never show or talk about. Either way, still really cool. Let me get a message out to the captain. Go ahead and find out if they want map pick or first pick. Oh, I'll make it. Alrighty, welcome back. Hello, hi. How are all of you? We know what map it is. Let me go ahead and make that. Since I know that both teams use the same portrait, which is the best thing that any teams can ever do, fight both of them at the same time. Just gets us into games faster. It's flat. I just saw that there was a clip from Q, so I need to watch this. Rel, but she's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we can just use the map screen for just kind of see it. That core was so close. That core was absolutely so close. 2%. Oof. I just need to update one more thing. So this is picked by them. This is going to this map. Okay. Oh, wait. Why'd they change all their portraits? Why would you do this to me? Did they hear my compliment? They're just like, I got you. Alright, we're all set. And we're just gonna get, chose not to attack. Oh, hold on. Or wait, did I? Like I did something wrong. Oh, I got this right. Okay, cool. Lobby's all set. I need to actually... Okay. I think I need to make Flash the captain. And we do not see Lucio. Okay. See, teams ready? We'll get going into this game number 2 in just a second. Thanks for hanging out. Alrighty, looks like both teams have readied up. No, we're going. Let's go ahead and get into it. Game number 2, we are going to... It's a great map. Towers of Doom is, I think, a great place for game number 2, especially game number 3's, but it's a good map because you can't just rush core. So you have to play through a lot of the objectives, you have to make rotations, and there's a lot of translated things across the board. But if you're wondering how we got here, let's go ahead and find that out. We did have the coin flip initially won by the members of House of Chez. They went ahead and banned out Volskaya Foundry. Curse Hollow was banned out by the members of Wood League. Tomb of Spider Queen was the first map chosen by House of Chez. They won that. Members of Wood League have opted to take us to Towers of Doom for game number 2, and that's where we currently sit in our best of 3 series. Let's go ahead and back to our draft here, as Asmodean will not make it into the game once again. Unfortunately, we do not get to see the boy, even though they have first pick. They have first pick. Come on. Don't take the boy? But that is going to be the Asmodean Joanna band out. And really quickly, I didn't actually introduce you have House of Chez on the left and Wood League on the right. This is a Division C East matchup for the Nexus Gaming Series. Thank you all for joining. Thanks for supporting these awesome teams, and glad to see you all hanging out in chat. Towers of... Elidorn, how you doing? Hey, Selexia, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Hope you're having a great day. Cool Dan is going to be banned out, though. They don't want to deal with that. That makes so much sense. They're just like, no. Like, that ain't going to be happening right now. But Anubarak will be the first pick up on the side of House of Chez. I like that for initiation. He's got great poke. The Beetles are quite the nuisance here. I wonder if we actually see a Li Ming at any point for just some poke, or we see a Jaina. Garrosh the first priority, though. With a Tyrande as well. I like that. That's so good. Wait. Rip pepperonis? I hope all is well. I hope there's no ripperonis. Alright, so the Anubarak is going to be started out here with the Garrosh and the Tyrande. That is going to be a Yrel and a Zul Jin. Okay. Okay. I like that. I mean, I'm always okay with a Zul'jin here. That's going to be some good poke. I'm curious to see what build we get out of that Zul'jin, but the Yrel in the last game was actually really, really strong, so I'm liking that as the first pick so far here. Or not first pick, but their current draft order that we have. We are going to be having the Stukov going to be banned out because they do need to pick up a support on the side of House of Chez. I actually wonder if they go into like a Lieutenant Morales or the Ariel once again. Zul'jin is notably strong. You're fabulous, thanks. Oh, wonderful. So I keep forgetting that there's like a 60-second delay, so it's always just, I forget about it all the time. My day was decent. Yay! I'm glad you had a decent day. We're almost halfway through the week. And it's party time over the weekend. All right, we have the Anub'arak, Yrel, Zul'jin for the members of House of Chez. We will be having Wood Leagues, Garrosh and Tyrande. We're going to be needing 2 more picks out of them to see what they go for. Honestly, the Jaina wouldn't be horrible once again, but that would be Thrall and Raynor. Okay. Thrall has great poke with the, it's a symbol of prayer. It's a cross made out of pepperonis, isn't it? Yeah, it's a cross made out of 2 sticks of pepperoni. Are we summoning pizza? Because I'm all right. We do have the Thrall and the Raynor here for the side of Wood League. They do need these last 2, which will be the Ariel as we talked about before. What do they have for this last pickup? Okay. Li Ming will be grabbed. That actually is going to be really good poke coming out from them on the side of House of Chez. The resets with the high damage potential out from Zul'jin and Li Ming are so good, but let's talk about this Rexxar pickup. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. We're going to get some Misha in here. We're going to get some good old bear action. See what they are able to do with it. Overall, between the 2 teams, I'm liking these drafts. The Zul'jin and the Li Ming combo is a little scary to me. Especially because if you throw that Zul'jin into the same lane as the Rexxar, if Misha's just doing stuff in lane, Zul'jin can donate axes, and with Misha being able to be so tanky and sustainy, it'll be like very, very annoying for them once they have that Zul'jin to stack. And it also is infinite stacking on top of that, if I'm not mistaken, so. Oh cool, and my timers are working. Yes. Alrighty. I don't need to check that anymore. No big deal. We just get ourselves loaded here and we get into game number 2. Thanks once again. As long as that pizza doesn't have any pineapple. It can have... You can have whatever you want on pizzas. I mean, I get if you're sharing pizza, though. I get that. I worship the pepperoni. I think we all do. Let's go ahead and get into this as we have the mount dismount from Caribou on the left-hand side on that Ariel for House of Chez. We're going to be having Mariners is going to be on the Li Ming. Some role swaps here, actually. Chesmix will be on the Anub'arak, Hurricane once again on the Yrel, and we will be having Flash on the Zul'jin. Interesting role swaps. I'm curious to see how this all works out. On the right-hand side, down a game trying to take us to game number 3. We're going to be having the members of Wood League, with Corix is going to be on the Rexxar. Kavlar is going to be on the Thrall. Barcode will be on the Raynor. Running Idiot will be on the Tyrande. And J-Mac on that Thrall. That's not a Thrall, it's Garrosh. Toss goes out onto the Anub'arak, but they have the Burrow out right away. We just see Zul'jin trying to get those stacks, and we'll keep an eye on those throughout this game here. They didn't go for Headhunter at level 1. They opted for the Bone Slicer, so they're going to be looking for some extra mana for the heroes hit just to make sure that they actually have a little bit more sustain themselves. Now? Sorry, I'm trying to deal with my mouse cord here. Doesn't want to be compliant, and we're apparently rotating into bottom lane. There we go. Okay, all right. Mouse cord was getting in the way, but this is exactly the situation I was talking in. Zul'jin's actually going to pop their trait and take a lot of damage themselves, but you can see right here, as long as they're autoing into this Misha, they're going to be absolutely fine, and they'll get a few stacks fairly quickly, but we missed the first kill of the game. That will be the Garrosh getting the kill onto the Ariel there. Thank you so much, Alexia. Flash in the top lane will continue to just donate axes. We'll take a peek at this here and there, and you can see Corix is just going to say, you know what, I don't need to push that super far. I don't want to just give free stacks over to Zul'jin, so I'll back off. The other thing to note, too, is we're going to be having rotations coming out from the members of House of Chez, as well as Wood League, but House of Chez is going to be needing to get those regen globes for the Anub'arak for that Regeneration Master at level 1. Which is, I think, 30 stacks necessary. And then we also do have the Echo of the Elements for the Thrall, so stacking that up in just getting minion kills with that. We all worship the pepperoni, right? Right-hand side, we're going to be having this Sapper Camp picked up, and the left-hand side, it looks like they stopped for a second. But Zul'jin will rotate down here, grab that. They do cycle out. Oh, no, sorry. I thought the Li Ming got rotated out there. J-Mac does scout it out, but I think both teams are just like, well, we know what you're doing. We're just going to go ahead and get vision on each other and then just rotate back up into the... I was assuming they'd rotate back into the lane because they need to make sure that these sappers don't get pushed in. You can see Barcode and friends. They want to do that. Actually, a toss goes out into Hurricane. That will be the follow-up Lunar Flare as well. They do have that Ardent Defender to get right out of there. Not Ardent Defender. Oh my god. I can never think of the actual hop talent. I'm just... Avenging Wrath. I don't know why, but it never sticks. Could not tell you. Alright, let's go ahead and get back into this. We do have this Sapper Camp that they managed to spawn themselves, get cleared out. That will be one of the Sappers getting killed before it even hits the gate. So, minimal value from that, but that's just going to be... You all crack me up in chat. Alright, so we do have Zul'jin in this top lane area as well as the Anub'arak still trying to get some more of those regen globes. Also, the Zul'jin trying to stack up on those auto attacks, sitting at 4 out of the 30. And I believe once you hit the... 30 stacks, right? I think the counter goes. Either way, once you hit full stacks, you get the double rotation on that cleave, which with the Arcanite axes is really, really powerful. But hold on. Bottom lane gets picked up. We have the Anub'arak going to be getting heckled here. They already used their burrow charge to get out of here. And so Zul'jin now tries to poke in a little bit. The rest of the team doesn't rotate in just yet. This is Division D, all right? Oh. I was about to say... I was like, did I update the stream title wrong? Because I thought I wrote Division C. Yeah, Division C East. Also, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Kavilla Trust. Kavilla Trust. I probably said that wrong. But welcome. Alright, Chez mix. Gonna push that a little bit. Sorry, I set up some timers and I see them working in chat, and it seems to be going just on time for all those timers. But we do have the Zul'jin going down, so that's going to be a second kill of the game, going over to the members of Wood League, and we'll check some of the damage numbers here in just a moment, as we do have a single altar phase popping up in bottom soon. But this top lane is the priority. We also have the Zul'jin coming back in 2 seconds here. The death timers are not that long, so it won't be too long for them to be able to get that. And now they'll be back up. They're going to be rotating up into top lane. We have Chesmix still pushing in through mid, sitting at 7 of those stacks. We also have the repeated offense once again for that Ariel, so trying to get those Disdainment Strikes into a wall with that little bit of stun lockdown. Don't know, what do you get is the bonus damage. So just a little bit extra setup there. We also do have the Echo of the Elements from that Thrall being finished out, and now altar spawning here in the bottom lane. Sappers are going to be picked up for both of these teams. They want to try and pressure these in and maybe have a fort down. The gate's a little bit down on the right hand side, but the left hand side, the right hand side's looking fairly healthy, and with that laugh, you know that the boss is in this game ready to deal some damage to the enemy core if they can pick up the kill on it. Altar phase in bottom lane will be popping up though. Sappers are going to be here, try and get the poke and the clear onto this, but the main focus is going to be over this altar. 32 to 36 in core health. Also, Chez wants to make sure that they do not start to fall behind in some of that, as they don't want to be having to work their way back up into it. And at the same time, Wood League does not want to end this in a 0-2 fashion, so they're going to be trying to take us to that game 3. The single altar phase is starting to show a bit of brawl in between these two teams. No one going down just yet. Channel in the favor for the Thrall. Looks like Zul'jin has the interrupt with for now, but that's also going to be the Avenging Wrath from... Oh my god, Flash just barely getting missed by the Owl. Hurricane, though, dove in so very far, and that will be the Urel going down. They don't have that Ardent Defender just yet, as 10s have not arrived. That will be here in 2 levels, but you're going to have to wait until then, as J-Max stepped up a little bit there, maybe not able to get the toss that they were looking for. They'll back off, and that is going to be another altar phase in favor for the members of Wood League. Go back into lane rotations, looking for regen globes, looking for stacks, as well as that Zul'jin sitting about halfway through, 14 out of the 30 stacks as we talked about before. We do have 14 out of the 15 for the Warbreaker for that, for J-Mac there. We have 11 out of the, I think it's infinite stacking? The 20 stacks for the Rexar there, but now they want to chase Flash here. The toss goes out, they're trying to make sure that the Zul'jin goes down. They bodied them and locked them down. That is going to be Zul'jin once again staggering out of death. And that's just going to give them more time to rotate around this map and do kind of whatever they want on the side of Wood League. 28 to 36 in core health. just go back into just soaking and playing safe. That Zul'jin getting caught out there is not what you want consistently, because now they got a solid half a level lead over the enemy team. Marine are going to be picking up the Raider. Shadowstock from the Tyrande. So no Starfall. We have released the Boars from the Rexar. Yes. Yes. Excuse me, unleash the Boars. I love that talent. And also Sundering from the Thrall. 10s are going to be here momentarily for the members of House of Chez. We'll see what they're able to pick up themselves. If we get some sort of web wrap. Do we get it shouldn't be Locust. Yeah, it's going to be web wrap. We actually have the Toss Dingo for the Zul'jin. Not going to be going into that guillotine, so just making sure they have that extra kind of pop the button and just stand there and auto attack out, and then you have Crystal Aegis to kind of save them. Disintegrate for the Li Ming for the extra damage, and also kind of line shot that they can have. Resets from the kills, potentially from the Zul'jin will be big, but now with 10s to 10s, they want to invade onto this and even try and steal this away. Toss goes out into the garage onto Chesmix. That will be the taunt, and the follow-up kill onto the Anub'arak, but that's going to be J-Mac going out. Tank for tank. Shadowstock's going to be used as well, but we do still have this Rexar doing fairly good. Misha taking a lot of damage. They end up going down. Reset for the Li Ming. Hyperion, the Raider is going to be taking a lot of damage. That's going to be a nice route coming out as well, but they're chasing onto Barcode here. Nice to tame strike into the wall so that Cavalier doesn't get the chase, and now complete disengage. Altar is up and available. They're trying to get the channel here. Corvix is taking so much. Zul'jin trying to donate those axes to the face, but Cavalier is going to be stepping way too far forward there. Reset for Li Ming. Stuns and Zul'jin. What is Chez? Balrog, it is cheese. You know, I've never asked them, to be honest. But I assume it's the House of Cheese. Unless it's just like actual Chez, like Chex Mix, and they just hit X. I mean, the Z and the X on the keyboard are very close together. Maybe they meant Chex Mix, but they just hit Z and they just stuck with it. 11 to 12 in levels, 28 to 32 on the core health, and we have this a little bit of a brawl breaking up between this mid lane rotation currently. It looks like we do have a triple altar phase popping up, or is it double? I can't see. Garrosh is over the center point. Okay, no, it's going to be double altar phase coming up next. Fun. Little Impale. Let me actually see. Let's see. Zul'jin sitting at 20 stacks on the baseline quest there. That's some damage. I mean, you're still getting the damage increase as you are progressing on that, but once you get that full stacking, the Twin Cleave revolving twice gets so much value. Not going to be going into the Arcanite Axis, but it looks like we are going to be having a toss and a pause right then and there. Let's go ahead and pull this away. Hello. It looks like we're going to be having a lag. Someone did tell me that they had like something big getting dropped off at their house, and they said like, oh yeah, like, hey, just so you know, we have this, we might have to pause during one of the games. It's like, that's no big deal, but since you told me, now I have to heckle you about it. And I was like, you should have lied and said it's lag. And now they're saying it's lag, so I'm not sure. I don't believe you. But we currently have a pause here. Let me actually go ahead and take a peek. We'll go ahead and say that we are at 1 hour and 3 minutes. So we'll give them till 1 hour and 13 minutes. Send them a spooky one. If House of Chez wins, ask the question inquiring minds must know. I actually want to know too. Got back from work and managed to relax a bit. The teams are literally just like chatting right now. It's alright, despite the Gul'dan's simple. I just like the thing. Looks like they're just gonna be chatting and waiting for lag. I think that this is like someone actually has to wait for the person. Let me just give them a rough ETA. I'm curious how much time I'm gonna have to buy here. Hold on. I'm gonna let them know right now, since we're in a pause. I'm gonna say chat wants to know what Chez is. Because it's the House of Chez. I'm gonna take this back to the cast just so you can see. These are the answers that I got. What are you, Chesmix? What isn't it? A house of a house. I didn't even read that right. So I'm gonna let them know that that cleared it up completely. Panda LSU, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate the support, my friend. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for checking out the stream. Let me just so are any of you guys good at organic chemistry? My dad is. He has masters in it. Oh wait, is he handling it? All right, there we go. We're back into it. I think they tried to unpause and I have to do, so I have to be the one who does it. So we had all that happen. The pause is there. I think the person got the package they needed to get, and we are back into this game. That toss yielded nothing onto Chez mix there. The Indomitable was going to be used to step up there. I think they were just trying to get a chase onto one of the members, maybe get that toss and displacement. Misha a little far back, but once again, just going to be able to rotate it just fine. Double Ultra Phase will be popping out here in this top lane area. Do they go for the split or do they go for the aggression? They have the 13 talent here over the enemy side on the side of Wood League, and if you want to take it to a game 3, you play aggressive. We actually have the Rexar on the right-hand side grabbing that. Hurricane is going to be... okay, that will be this Lunar Flare for the stall for the second. Wieners is looking for some angles here for a little bit of that damage. That's going to be the toss going out once again. Taunt going to be there. The blow up is going to be under Nubrak. The bug gets squished, but now Mac is taking quite a bit themselves. Shadowstalk will be out. The absorption for the Urel taking a lot of damage, but healing right up. Flash is going to be high on health, but trying to just put more axes in those phases, and I think they just say, you know what, it's not worth it, but actually they say, no, we want to continue this. Zul'jin stepping forward. They do have the toss Dingo. You see them turn around and get that damage out. That will be the altar picked up, and so 8 points of core damage going over to the side of House of Chez, coming out from the members of Wood League. Really, really strong plays in this game, too, coming out from them. We'll see if they're able to adjust and respond to all of this aggression, because it's 20-32. They've only lost 2 of these altars, and now they're looking to get onto this lead. You can see the angle. That's going to be the follow-up stun. Oh, the blink forward. They have the autos, though, and that will be Li Ming going down. 13s have been achieved by them on the side of House of Chez, but this momentum from Wood League is really starting to roll in. Barcode and crew are going to be just getting the clear onto this camp. They pick that out, and with that, they actually make a hard rotation for Boss. This is a little risky. This is extremely risky. They are going to double camp. They're going to want to push this in, so I don't know. Giving over your bottom lane fort is the Sentinel to scout out. They know that they're going to be on Boss, but it will be way too late. So they just say, you know what? We can just go ahead and push in this bottom lane. We'll take Fort for 4 core shots. So Boss does go. That will be 4 core shots going into their side, but that is going to be bottom lane Fort going down. Now they grab the Sappers for top lane. Caribou and Flash is going to be finishing that out. The rest of the team is going to be pushing up the lane. Here's the thing, though. They need to get back sometime soon. They don't want to let these Sappers through. That is going to be Li Ming in the bottom lane, but she doesn't have the quickest clear, and we do see J-Mac just stepping forward. The entire team is playing this aggressive. A huge level lead for them as well. It's about a level, but still, it's a lot of good, strong level lead that will turn into a 16 advantage fairly soon. So they're trying to mitigate that by taking out this top lane Fort. Not going to be happening just yet. Rexar sending just the Misha in this top lane, and she is way too tanky to deal with. And that is also going to be Li Ming getting forced back, and that will be 3 shots. Wait. So just 1 shot is going to be going over. Triple altar phase. We do have Chorus on the right-hand side. That is going to be the Sundering for the stall. We do see Chesmix picking that up, so 5 core shots going over to the left-hand side. Raynor not even interrupted. We have the fight breaking out. Misha with the dive on to Flash here. Flash taking so much, they end up going down. Reset. Li Ming can get a reset. That might be exactly what they need, but it's not happening, and they have the toss on them to the Nubrak. It's not working out for them, and now it's 9-25. 16s are about to be here. House of Chez looking to get a way back into this game, but this is Towers of Doom. It's not over till it's 0 core health. It definitely is a map where a lot of different things can happen. 45 seconds to a minute on the Sapper camp, so they're just going to hold over bottom lane, make sure it isn't transferred over. But there's 16 talent here, and the Rex are just pushing out through top. That's the best thing you can do. Yo, Ghost Dunk, what's up? Thanks for coming by. Let's go game 3. I always hoping for game 3s. And Garrosh is looking for that groundbreaker right there, and not able to connect onto a member. Go ahead and take a peek at top lane as Misha's pushed this out quite a bit. A fight over the under the enemy tower. Okay, they tapped their well. I was about to say, like, you're about to fight Yrel under her tower. That's not going to go over well for you, but they're just kind of poking and keeping her busy in that top lane. While we do have sapper camps popping up, 16 talent tier will be there. Zul'jin also did finish that baseline quest with You Want X, so they're going to have the increased damage as well as the questing, which is the double cleave that comes out. It rotates twice. You'll see it once there, second right there, the knockback from Yrel to make sure that they're, from Ariel to just make sure there isn't sort of any dive onto them. But this is a double altar phase coming out. If they can get both of these, and if the bottom bell tower doesn't get converted, this is going to be game number 3. Wood League will pick up the win, but we'll see what they're able to do here. Sappers are picked up. They're just trying to create a lot of win conditions here. Rainer's going to be scouting out with that Raider as well. Forcing a couple members back. Zul'jin gets caught here. Do they have the toss dingo in time? No, they're CC'd to death, and that's going to be some slows going out as well. Now they're going to have to deal with all of the members over there. Barcode goes ahead and grabs that. That's going to be the Anub'arak diving in. We do see Misha and Rexar in the bottom lane channeling that bottom altar. That does go over. Web Wrap goes out into the garage. They're trying to stall this out as best as they can and also maybe find a kill. They have 16 talent here, but now they have... Oh, Yrel, do you have the Ardent Defender? It is going to be used. We actually have the Anub'arak going down on the side. That is also going to be Barcode with the channel on the right-hand side here uninterrupted, and that will be game number 3 picked up by the members of Wood League. GG. Well played. Ooh. That takes the breath right out of you. What a great game that we just had between those. Just trying to get all that, as much damage with the Grievous throw, but gotta go into those Arcanite axes. I'm not saying that that would have fixed the entire thing. I'm no Zul'jin pro myself. It's just usually that with the Arcanite axes and also the double cleave that you get from the baseline, it's pretty strong together. They had a lot of good poke, but unfortunately, they didn't get the plays that they wanted on the side of House of Chez. So we're gonna be going to a game number 3. Which is awesome. I'm happy about that. Let's go ahead and pull this away. Let's go ahead and message Flash and see. I want first pick or map pick? We'll find out in just a second. Right, we got map, and they'll let me know in just a second. Cool. Alrighty. Well, thanks all so much for hanging out. If you are enjoying the stream, please go ahead and hit that follow button so you can know when we go live. All that good stuff. Feeling extra generous or you want to use your Twitch Prime here? Get yourself some cool emotes, go ahead. And yeah. Alright, we're just waiting to find out what the map is gonna be. Ooh, okay, so the map I see all the time. No Alterac pass. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that, but we're going to be getting a tried and true map in just a second here. Just setting up the lobby really quick. Okay. Invited both the captains, and we'll get going in just a second. Okay. Oh no. It's good. It's good. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and swap some people. Alrighty. I'm reading names now because I think a couple teams had to get subs in or something, so give them another link for the stream, and then yeah, we'll get going into our game number 3 in just a second. Oh, I should have to score really. All right, so it's 1-1, our best of 3 series for this Division C matchup East. We have a replay cast of a heroic game that was Revive Esports versus Moto. We have that coming up right after this, so we've got one more best of 3 coming up after this one, but this is the game number 3 for this set between House of Chez versus Wood League. So we'll find out who's going to be taking this. We just got to get the last 2 members in here on the side of Wood League, and they're going. You can see one has pending, and I'm ready to see what the draft is going to be bringing us for this third game. I just double check the teams are ready to go. It's a best of 3 series. How do you have to go to the bathroom this much? Alright, so we'll find out in just a second. So we have one ready from one team. RTS, and that's everything. All right. I pushed the button. Let's go ahead and get into this game number 3. We are going to. Oh, how spooky. All right, let's go ahead and get into this, as we do have our third game between these 2 teams. We had some map bans that happened before this, so let's go ahead and take a peek. I pushed the button. At those, we are going to be having the coin flip initially won by the members of House of Chez. Volsky Foundry was banned out by them. Curse Hollow was banned out by the members of Wood League. Tomb of the Spider Queen was the first map chosen by House of Chez and won by them. Towers of Doom was just chosen by Wood League and won by them, so it seems like map pick reigns supreme. And they have opted for that on the side of House of Chez, taking us to Infernal Shrines for this game number 3. Let's go ahead and get back into this draft, as we do not see a Gul'dan. No Azmodan ban. No Azmodan ban. Come on. Let it through. My level of disappointment. Hey, Drippy, what's up? Thanks for coming by. Let's go Wood League. Ah, there you go. Glad to have people cheering on their friends. All right, so Joanna Gul'dan going to be taken out on the side of Wood League. Very smart bans, actually. That Gul'dan in Game 1 was really annoying to deal with, and Joanna here is just extremely strong across the board. Garrosh going to be taken out. A little bit of a respect ban coming out from House of Chez. They don't want to deal with the J-Max Garrosh there. Was really aggressive and got a lot of value. Also, the Tyrande follow-up from Running Idiot was really on point throughout that entire game. But Anubrak will be the initial pickup for Wood League here. They want the dive, they want the beetles, and they want the bug. All right. What are you going to be picking up, though, on this first side of House of Chez? Do they go for the Shrine Clear? Do they pick up something in the realm of Kael'thas or Jaina? Do they pick up something like a Thrall also? What's the priority? It's going to be Kael'thas and ETC. So 2 heroes that do pair well pretty good together. ETC has fallen off quite a bit because of the rise of just a lot of other tanks. Diablo's so extremely strong. Blaze is proven to be kind of in both of those roles in a sense. ETC, though, has a good setup for the Kael'thas. We'll see what they're able to do with that. That is also going to be Proc Rock as well as the Mana Addict at level 1 for Kael'thas and ETC. It's really, really good on this map because you can make the rotations between the top and, mid and bottom. But Imperius and Tyrande going to be grabbed for Wood League. A lot of good dive and a lot of good setup. Yendor Gaming Channel. Get into your Discord. What's up, Yendor? How you doing? Thanks for coming by. Anubrak, Imperius, Tyrande, good lockdown. They do need to pick up something in the wave clear department, so taking out a Jaina here, or actually taking out that Rainer is not a bad idea. We saw Barcode play that 2 games in a row already, so targeting that out is going to be strong for them. Hyperion or Raiders are really, really good over the Shrines. ETC Kael'thas. They're going to need something in the solo lane to go into the Imperius if they want to get rid of a Malthael. That could be a choice. Also, Yrel wouldn't be bad. We did see... what is it? We saw one of the members. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head all of a sudden. They played Yrel 2 games in a row. I wonder if it's actually the person that was cycled out. So we see, and we actually see a Ragnaros being banned out here. Not bad at all. Ragnaros has a really good wave push with the lava wave. You can also kind of block the Punisher in a sense with your Molten Core, or even steal it away. You get to that kind of 30 skeletal defender mark, you can drop back as a team, jump into the Molten Core form, and just dump that damage out. That will be Ariel grabbed here. Do we see something like a Vala to pair into that? No, it's a Cassia. Which always, in draft mode, Cassia's model is so gigantic compared to so many others in the game. She's just a big Amazon, which, I mean, it makes sense, because that's her class. Last 2 picks, though, coming out from Wood League. They're going to be needing something in the Shrine Clear department as well as some damage. Thrall, not a bad idea, and a Junkrat going to be grabbed as well. I was actually going through profiles just really quickly before this, just looking at how it all works out with the new ranking system and all that. And the one thing I did see is Barcode has like a level 100 plus Junkrat, so that's something they're gonna have to worry about on the side of House of Chez. But this last pickup, though, they're going to need something in the solo lane department to go into the Imperius. The Auric is going to be the choice. I was about to say percentage-based damage in the solo lane is pretty strong. It could have gone into the Yrel, but it looks like they're a little bit more comfortable with that. A little bit of some role swaps here once again on the side of House of Chez. I'm just skimming through the other side. Doesn't look like that on the opposing side, but we'll go ahead and pull that away for now, and we'll get ourselves ready for game number 3 in just a second. We have to load into the map, and yeah, Infernal Shrines is where we will be going. I like it. I think we're gonna get some good brawling, some good game, and some really big fights that break out. I'm trying to think though, like, teams aside, games aside, I do like the draft of House of Chez a little bit more. I think that the Entomb, Mosh Pit, all that damage out from Kael'thas could be really big. I don't know what kind of blow up they're going to be able to put out on the set of Wood League, but in the last game, Garish and Tyrande, that was a lot of good CC they put out together, and realistically that got the burn and blow up that they're looking for. They also had Raynor in that position, but Junkrat does do a lot of auto attack damage. I believe he actually does some of the highest auto attack damage in the game. It also has really great splash as well. But all that aside, get ourselves to game number 3. Let's go ahead and get into this. On the left-hand side, we're going to be having the members of House of Chez with Caribou once again on the Ariel. Deathosaurus is going to be on the Kael'thas. Chesmix will be on the Auric. Mariners is going to be on the ETC, and Flash rounding out the team on the Cassia. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Wood League also up a game with JMac on the Anub'arak, Barcode on the Junkrat. Running it will be on the Tyrande, Avlor will be on the Thrall, and Corvix will be on the Imperius. Sentinel goes out, connects onto the enemy team, and it looks like they have won the video game. Anub'arak with a nice double impale to start this out. They also do have the Echo, the elements for that Thrall, so going to be looking for stacking that up in these rotations between mid and bottom. Cassia going to be going into the Thunderstroke. Going to be trying to hit enemy heroes with those, as well as we talked about in draft the Mana Addict, as well as the I can hear Bandit currently barking. Mana Addict, as well as the Proc for the ETC. We also do have that, as I noted, Crash Lightning for the, not Crash Lightning, Echo the Elements for the Thrall, and now we have the Regeneration Master for the Anub'arak. And in rotations, that should yield them quite a bit. We'll see if they're able to pick up those regen globes quick enough is the question, because they're currently just throwing the Thrall in the solo lane, or in the bottom lane, to essentially solo. They're just rolling 3 members into mid. Just kind of keeping it that way. Dive goes out, a lot of damage. That will be the knockback as well from the concussion mine. They're trying to find their kill onto Deathosaurus, and it will be happening. First kill of the game going over to the members of Wood League. Now they chase out a little bit. They'll continue to rotate, and I think we actually should see a break off for this here. Not the case just yet, though. Stunned out a little bit. It's just the easy backup. Camp is going to be there, pulling them down here, so they are showing that they are going to be on this camp. No one going to be able to rotate down quick enough. Junkrat still in that mid lane, Leorc and Imperius in top, and I think this is just going to be a free camp going over in favor for the members of Wood League to push into bottom lane. Now we see this top lane. Corix is actually taking quite a bit of damage from Chez. That Spectral Leech gets so much value in these high health pool heroes, so just having that consistent drain hope is just so draining. I enjoy my own jokes way too much there. We do have Corix going back into this top lane, and we should have the first Punisher popping up in the next 50 seconds here. The announcement will be in 15. We also should be seeing some rotations off for Bruisers. Looks like it's going to be the Siege Camp picked up on the right-hand side for Wood League. They'll rotate that into mid. Top lane is going to be the first Punisher, so that is going to be a nice little bit of delay that they're going to have to deal with. Thrall still pushing out bottom lane, making this a little bit slower for those members, but Caribou and Flash do have some good clear between the two of them. Running Idiot wants to just open this up a little bit more as well, make this a little bit harder, and we can see Nubrak trying to rotate down as well. Maybe? No, do they dive out? No, it's not going to be the case. And Barcode in mid is going to get power slid on. No knockback. Now the team is up here as well, and they just get the clear into this wave, and it should be the hard rotation for both teams into that top as the Shrine activates in the next 5 seconds here. JMac anchoring for the team. You see Leorc already starting this out as quickly as possible. That is going to be an Arcane Punisher, Mortar Punisher starting this out. No prioritization onto the Bruiser camps for either, or the Shaman camps on these either left or right hand sides, but this is going to be a lot of dive going on into Nubrak. Good decent damage going out as well. Lunar Flare for the follow-up. Very good use of the knockback from Ariel there, just to disengage the Nubrak dive and trying to get onto them. ETC going to make this rotation up into top lane here. Celestial Charge goes out. They don't connect onto anyone. Chesmic's taking a little bit of damage. That is going to be a Detainment Strike right to the wall, and a lot of damage comes out from House of Chez, and they get the kill onto that Nubrak, evening out that score. Yeah, they're sieging right into this. A lot of good damage coming out from them. It's going to be Kael'thas trying to spread that pyro, all that fire as well. Oh my god, Corix is taking so much from Chesmix there. Now they force them off the point. That is going to be House of Chez holding this over, and Wood League needs to wait until they have their Nubrak back, which is going to be right now. They have to rotate into the lane, and then they'll be joining in. Poke them out a little bit here and there. Arya with some good healing as they group up for that. ETC going to take a lot of damage, also going to get stunned. Power slide through a couple people there. 7's going to be achieved soon. That's going to be a Taming Strike into the wall. They do need to get some healing from that Arya. Now JMac is joining the team. Leorc is very far forward there, but they do have the Wraith Walk right out, and that is going to be a Mortar Punisher in favor for the members of House of Chez, pushing in through this top lane. They rotate Leorc out. ETC grabbed mana and health from the well. Do they bait the jump over the wall in time is the question. I don't... Okay, there it is. But the gate's already gone down, and they're going to try and poke in on this a little bit. Nice use of the Concussion Mine to push them back there. Power slide from the ETC, diving from the Cassia. They take out this last tower. They can move in on the fort, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get this, is the question. It's still fairly healthy. Punisher gets the jump. JMac is going to be the target of a dive there for a second, but they're not able to follow up for the damage and the kill. And as I said, they're a little far into the lane, but they're able just to disengage, poke out, and walk right away. Checking into the bottom lane where we do have our solo laners. It's just going to be an easy little brawl between these two. No one going to be winning out too heavily, but Leorc does have some faster wave clears. You can see that already applied to the lane, and now 8-8 levels. It's the race for 10s. We're looking to see who's able to pick that up first and who can pressure into the next objective with that. It is going to be a mid lane. It should be popping up around the 7-minute mark in game, maybe a little bit before that. Do you have the Shaman camp going to be now picked up on the side of Wood League that'll be fed into the top lane? Look to see this one maybe grabbed right before that next Punisher. Let's see if that's just the... We'll have to see if that's the game plan, realistically. The levels are staying really, really close together. It's 8-8, 1-1 in kills. No forts are down. We've got some gate damage to a couple here and there, and we also have top lane fort taking a bit themselves, but they are going to be going ahead and rotating down into this bottom lane camp, which is going to pressure out nicely. They should have the announcement for the objective fairly soon here. And now, Imperius is left. They rotate JMac in. Able to keep that experience soak up in their favor, and they're running away with a little bit of a lead here in the experience department, but that should be closed out fairly easily. The ETC will make sure that the top lane doesn't get the value. These things left on their own are just an absolute nuisance to deal with. Barcode rotating in. Do they have a concussion mine to separate a couple members? Maybe get them into that enemy front gate. Lunar Flare, nice follow-up from JMac, but the rest of the team isn't there. We do have Barcode rotating over now. I got some poke damage out. 10s? They're just waiting for 10s on both sides, or at least on the side of the House of Chez. And Wood League is trying to pressure into them, but this will be the trickle and experience that they need on both sides. Should be seeing ball lighting from the Cassia. Okay. ETC holding their 10. Do they go for a stage dive or do they go for the mosh pit? It's actually going to be a stage dive, so they're going to be playing that kind of global, that global offlaner in a sense. I mean, it's like a 90-second cooldown on stage dive. It's not the longest. Excuse me, it's 75-second cooldown on the stage dive, so they're able to use that fairly effectively. It's about the same timer as any other global that you have in the game. Nothing really too out of the ordinary for either of these. Angelic Armaments for the Imperious. We're going to be having the Riptire for the Junkrat, Web Rat from the Anubrak just to kind of slow down the pacing of the fight, take Ariel out so they don't have any healing, or take Kael'thas out so there's no spread damage. Or even just lock down someone who's maybe a little too far in the lane, because we do see ETC playing around this top. This could be a little risky here. There is also a whole wind up to the stage dive, so like if they can get a web wrap in time, that'll actually be able to shut it down in a bad situation. So we'll see how that's all going to be used. But we do have the next Punisher popping up here, and I think I was like a minute off on the actual timing there. So we do just have this pressured up from, hold on, stage dive coming up from the ETC. That will be the Entomb from the Leoric. That's going to be the Ball Lightning jumping into two members. The Sundering comes out as well. That's going to be the Riptire, but Tyrande goes down first. ETC will be traded out. Corvix taking a lot of damage. Web rep onto that Kael'thas as we talked about before, and now 1-for-1 trade. Death timers are pretty low. ETC doesn't have stage dive for the next 50-some seconds. Tyranda's out for 70. Excuse me, Tyranda's Shadowstalk is out for 70. Now, hold on, there's a lot of damage going out onto the Imperious. They might be able to get the kill if they're able to get one more little bit, and they do find it. That will be Imperious staggered out. Also, Kael'thas is going to be able to finish out the Mana Annex, so having that shielding as necessary. Nice 4-member Impale there from JMac. Poke coming out from Barcode. This looks like they're trying to run away with this, but at the same time, 28 sitting on the side of Wood League. Stun goes out. Nice concussion mine as well. ETC back in here. No mosh pit for them. They're just going to be trying to do their best to zone. It's going to be 37. It's going to be very close, but that is going to be the Frozen Punisher in favor for the members of House of Chez. Now they move this in through mid. Power slide from ETC, knock back onto Barcode. Jump comes out onto the Junkrat, and it's the Entomb as well, but the Imperious is stuck over there. That will be the Ball Lightning coming out as well. Imperious gets staggered out as well. That is not what you want to see. Right before that, Sundering comes out, but the Burrow out from Anubrak, power slide from the ETC. They have a lot of lockdown. Mac is going to be taking a lot of damage. Tamer strike right into the wall, and that is going to be the Bug getting squished, as well as Tyrande going down. 4 members going to be down in all of that, and it only leaves the Thrall. Half the health on this Punisher, or a little bit less, is still available, and now they move in through mid. They could take down the Keep front gate. I don't think they're going to get Keep here. The death timers, as I noted, are very, very low here. Oh, hey, Palindrome! Thank you so much for the host. Welcome to everyone from Palindrome's stream. Also, welcome Palindrome to the Heroes Hype squad. I saw the announcement today. Congratulations. Welcome, fam. Paco the Sage and Ninja, Plur Ninja. Welcome all of you. Thanks for coming by. Also, once again, thank you and Palindrome for the host. I hope your games are fun. Also, Ninja, thank you so much for the follow as well. I was not looking at chat until just now, so sorry if I missed that a second ago. Either way, that is going to be the bottom lane having some pressure out from this camp. We do have Junkrat clearing out the top lane. It's going to be the rush to pick up some of those later game talent tiers, like that 16 and that 20. It's really what a lot of these teams are going to be trying to play for. Kael'thas gets a lot of good damage coming out at that point, as well does Cassia. Thrall's going to be doing the exact same thing. And same thing with the Junkrat. It's just like a lot of the assassins really can pop off right around that mark. And we'll see that here as it's 14-13 and they're just sieging into bottom lane. This is also going to be where the next Punisher will be. We can see that on the mini-map, denoting that it's going to be bottom lane Punisher. This will just be opened up so they have the jump if they can win it over. That's the big thing. Now we have, hold on, Imperious is going to be coming in here, trying to get some damage. That is going to be the Entomb in the backline. Thundering comes out from the Thrall. Shadowstalk will be there as well. A lot of our buttons are going to be pressed here, but no one really going down. That's just going to be some cooldowns, and now we just disengage. We should have the Punisher popping up fairly soon here. Junkrat coming back into the top lane to make sure that this doesn't get stacked up from the ETC, who's actually doing double duty, kind of soaking through mid and top, making sure they're not missing out on that while they do grab these camps on the left and the right-hand side. They scout that out with the Sentinel. As these camps are kind of being picked up across the map, I wouldn't be too surprised if we actually saw the pickup onto the bruises on the left and the right. Tyrone Japan, thank you so much for the follow as well. Welcome. Thanks for supporting. ETC sitting in top, but they've got that stage dive. Look to see that giant circle appear in the back line. They're probably sitting there just auto-attacking this minion and just watching this fight right now, just waiting to hit the R button to go in on this. Because they almost have their 16. Once they have that, they might be able to, or we might see them try and go for some sort of big engage onto them. But rotation from Thrall into bottom. It looks like they're just disengaged. And Punisher will be picked up through bottom lane as well, but we actually have... 4 members rotating up here. They have shown, so ETC knows to play safe by the gate. Toronto with the Lunar Flare. They'll get some poke damage. ETC has the self-heal, and now they rotate into bottom as there's going to be a lot of damage sundering coming out from the Thrall. They're trying to do everything to stay alive, but Ball Lightning connects, and that will be Arya with the kill steal. York with the left. They do have a wave that's actually going to be pushing in through here, so they could try and go ahead and take down this fort, which will be a little bit of a stronger yield for the House of Chez. This is getting into that late game here, and which means that we're going to be getting these very, very strong Punishers, and you don't want to be losing them out anymore. Also, death timers are getting so extremely long. Thrall is still down, and we have the Shrine activated. That means that Thrall will be able to join in for the next 8 seconds, and they still have to rotate in, so they're still about 14, 15 seconds out overall. It's going to be a long time, and meanwhile, you can have just ETC rotate through lanes, soak up, and just stage dive in as necessary. There's going to be this camp in top lane. Look to see ETC focus that. Though, once they see that ETC on that, they're going to try and move in, get a kill before they can get the stage dive in time. That's a lot to do right before a stage dive because it's almost instantaneously. But that's going to be the Riptire coming out as an engagement tool. Cassie going to fend into that. Going to take a little bit of damage. They have the healing. That is going to be Stasis coming out onto one. That's going to be a lot of follow-up damage. Web Rep goes out onto the Ariel here. No, okay, there's the stage dive from the ETC. I was like, when is it going to be happening? They actually do still get the Arcane Punisher, but they're starting to stagger out a couple members here. The ETC needs to get out. Power, the Nubrek with the dive forward. The Entomb comes out, and they say, all right, that's the way we're going to go regardless. The Punisher is picked up. It's going to move through bottom lane, but they don't really have a lot of good siege potential because the ETC's down. They don't have stage dive, and that's going to also be Cassia down. Jump goes over under this Thrall, but this isn't going to get them a ton here, so they know that on the side of House of Chez. They back out. They'll go ahead and grab this camp for bottom lane. Leoric is going to soak up into top, and it's just going to be who can get to 20 now first. And with the slight advantage that they have still on the side of House of Chez, why not go for that now and not push in? They got this much damage onto a front gate, so not a whole lot. And as I said, it was late game, but it's still not going to be on its own getting the kind of value that you're expecting. Pushing through this and grab some camp pressure, play it safe, wait for your members to be up. ETC's back. Leoric going to be pushing into top lane. We have the camp going to be grabbed on the right-hand side from Wood League. Just have this mid lane Punisher popping soon. This gate is pretty healthy. Wait, it's like this. It's the late game, so death timers are getting long, and it's the staggered out deaths that we're going to be looking for. Chesmix is, oh my god, the Entomb is going to be coming out. The Sundering will be there as well. Ball Lightning goes out, but it doesn't continue to go. That is also going to be the diving from J-Mac. No kills, though. A lot of these engagements have been happening like this for House of Chez and also Wood League. They step up, they try and pressure in like this, but it's not going to be working out. It's a dead-ass cow. Oh, I wish I actually saw that. Oh, okay, yeah, that stage dive in, just trying to set up, but unfortunately not able to get into that backline the way they wanted to there. We have the rotation for the shrine for the wave clear. Okay, Junkrat just continually poking them out, and actually getting the cooldown reduction on endless nades. That's such an annoying talent too. As long as you're hitting those nades, it's just the cooldown reduction. It's just so annoying because he'll just consistently have grenades to throw out to you. See, Imperius does go back. DC trying to push out top lane. The rest of the team not showing here. If they can get this gank onto a gank. Oh, I don't know if the Sentinel saw them there. I'm not sure if it did, because you can see that they're still pushing up into this. I think it just skirted right by the. Well, I'd have to take a look at the replay on that one, but still. Ooh, that was really, really close. If they could have actually set up for the any sort of dive, that would have been really cool. But 19.5 to 18 and like 7/8s or however you want to note it, but either way, 19-19. We're very, very close to our 20s here, and we are going to be having another Punisher fairly soon, and that will be the mid lane. Now they just want to make sure that bottom lane's pressured up, but they have this flank on to Korix. The Auric is trying to go forward. They do have that Entomb. They were trying to find it, but the Celestial Charge just for the extra room, just to make sure that they're just like, I want to get away from this. This is not going to be a good time if I were to try that. So they back off. They try and look for these 20s, but they also push out their lanes. They do have these periodic catapults that are going to be popping up here and there through that mid and bottom. Shaman Camp going to be picked up on the right-hand side, so that's just going to be something that they'll need to deal with eventually on the side of House of Chez, but 20s are here. Sentinels out, and they're just going to try and burn through this as quickly as possible. Infinite Lightning Ball. Shields of Hope from the Ariel. We're going to be having Master of Flames, actually, so they're banking on that spreading with also the Buried Alive, which Buried Alive, if you don't know, is basically just a silence on the Entomb and actually damage as well. ETC going for the Crowd Pleaser, so cooldown reduction and in a larger area. I love the upgrade for Stage Dive. It's like this entire shrine, basically. It's quite a large impact area. Let's go ahead and see what happens here as we are going to be having the Riptire coming out from the Junkrat. The Entomb is going to be blocking a little bit. Crystal Aegis does come out. That will be the Riptire not exploding in time, but that is going to be ETC going down. That will also be the Kael'thas trying to clear out this Ariel from that web wrap, which is helping out the enemy team quite a bit. Leoric is going to be targeted this time. Chesmek's taking a lot of damage. Shield of Hope, I think, went out from Caribou, and now they're going to get that Southfield knockback with Detainment Strike connecting as well, and they're trying to also just get these members so low, and you can see that they still get the Punisher all that damage out from the Kael'thas. I wasn't even looking at the Skeletal Defenders, and now it's 20-20, and we have another Punisher in favor for the members of House of Chez. They want to push in through mid with this. They have the Orc going back. ETC has Stage Dive up and available, so when they're back in 20-some seconds, they can just Stage Dive into the enemy team and try and go for core, depending on what happens with this push. It really is going to just depend on how well they can push and maybe if they can get a kill, but Punisher getting shredded here, already falling below that 50% mark, and you can see I think they're just going to be able to open up the front gate, and they're going to have to back off on the side of House of Chez. I don't think this is going to be yielding them as much push power as they want. If they could have somehow played this slower, they could have played into that ETC Stage Dive with the cooldown reduction because they are stacked up quite a bit, but not the case. We got our 20s. We got a late game here. It's going to come down to who ends up losing out on a major fight. That's a big thing to consider here. You have the top lane a little opened up in the favor for the members of Wood League, but you also still have this mid lane opened up for the members of House of Chez. If they can just get a little momentum and push through that mid lane, they'll one take down to keep and maybe go for core because, as I said, the death timers, they're getting up there. Shaman Camp for top lane. Looks like ETC is going to try and continually push that out. We have the bottom lane Bruiser's going to be, excuse me, the bottom lane Kaiser Camp, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be pushed. Is going to be grabbed by them. Kael'thas on this other side is going to at least get one. They can scout this out. Oh, Flash going to get dove on here. Maybe we're going to see the ETC stage dive, but that's a lot of damage going up. Crystal Aegis will be there. Silence will be there from the Entomb as well. No ETC stage. There's going to be the stage dive hitting almost every single person. Full cooldown reduction. Corks is going to take a lot of that damage, but that's going to be this power slide through Barcode, stopping the Riptire there. They also got most of this camp whittled out, so they're just going to go ahead and tag onto that. Say this is now ours. Push that in through mid lane. Get the clear, and with one kill, that's huge. Also, as I said, stage dive had almost a full cooldown reduction. It was like 20-some seconds. You can already see ETC has that backup right now. I think that was huge for them to get that huge stage dive like that, just hitting so many of the members as well as getting that cooldown. Now they go ahead. They have the camp for mid. They open up mid, bottom lane a little bit more. And I like this. I like this pressure. What it does is actually the next Punisher's top lane, so they can play that as slow as they want at this point and let the consistent catapult pressure through bottom lane win in their favor. But they need to make quick work of this because Imperius is back up in 18 seconds. Stage dive is up for ETC, so they can use that same engagement, but I don't think it's going to work the same way for them. So they're just going to play it safe. They say, you know what, it's not worth trying to push in. We'll back off. We'll let that Imperius come up, and now we're just going to go ahead and wait for the shrine to pop up and try and win through that. This is very, very late game for both of these teams. And so as the players are scaling, so are the minions, and you'll have this damage coming out from the catapults especially too. It's why you can see them constantly trying to work up these catapults through the lanes. Make sure that they're going to have that push power. You can see bottom lane is going to be exactly that case. Right hand side has the Shaman Camp up and available. Do you see it a bit of a bad spot? Power slide through. Poke onto a couple. Shrine activating. They know that they're going to be trying to go for this camp. Wait. Like, ETC has to know. The way that they're sharking around and everything. Knockback. GG probs. At least keep, I guess, hopefully. Woodley doesn't lose more people here. Good news. It's not GG's at that point. Shrine's going to be activating right now. It is going to be a Frozen Punisher, 22 minutes in this game. It will scale once it is summoned, so let's go ahead and pull the talents away here. ETC taking a lot of damage. Riptire coming out from the Junkrat. It's going to be going around here. It's going to pop, but it's going to pop on pretty much a lot of full health heroes, and it takes them down quite a bit. We should be having some decent healing out from Ariel once that she's able to get that full stack up from Flash. It's just this wait. It's 9-5 in kills. We have bottom lane Keep actually getting a lot of pressure from that catapult too. Let's just go ahead and just take that look right there. This catapult does a lot of damage per hit, but we have a fight still breaking out here. 9-5 in kills, only 1 fort gone. It's still 21-21 XP changes. There you go. Silence hold on to the Anubrak. The dive goes out as well as so much damage. That's going to be the... They are able to make it out fine, but Leoric is actually the one who goes down in that engagement. Ball Lightning, the Infinite Lightning going out for quite a few there. That's going to be the stage dive out from the ETC. A lot of damage onto Caribou. The Web Wrap will be onto ETC as well. And now they're starting to just spread that bomb around. As I said before, it indefinitely spreads as long as they're just pushing it onto each other. And Marinus is trying to stay alive, and they end up going down right there. House of Chez is really playing it safe. I guess they need Entomb EGO to win. But here, so they give that over, but they're like, you know what? Mid lane stacked out, bottom lane stacked out. Let's go ahead and get us 2 keeps. Knockback onto the catapult right there just to stall this out, but that's going to be the mid lane siege, definitely taking that down. We have the bottom lane as well. They leave Thrall up here to finish this out, but the whole team is going to be hearthing back, which kind of gives them a nice kind of momentum shift in a sense, where they're going to be able to say like, all right, cool, like, yeah, you got the Punisher, but now you have 2 keeps down, and a lot of your members kind of hearth back for that. So it's all kind of discombobulated here. It's a smart play coming out from House of Chez. ETC is going to be back in 15 seconds, and we'll have stage dive in 9. So look to maybe see them do that from the core out into maybe this backline of the enemy team over here. But Woodley pushing up with this Punisher. Actually, we're grabbing a camp while the Punisher pushes up. This is going to be the jump not going over the wall either, so they're going to have to fight. Excuse me, they're going to have to fight this as it's just pushing right in. They take down the front gate. Phoenix out from the Kael'thas there. Follow-up stun from... Wow, all the CC is going to be put onto them. That will be the Crystal Aegis onto them as well. Power slide out. That's going to be the Rook not connecting. Angelic Armament was used by Korix there. This could be the turnaround. Hold on, stage dive will be coming out. They get Caribou out of there, but that will be the double impale. That's also going to be the Nubrak. Ball Lightning is spreading indefinitely to so many members. ETC is the first one to go down. Flash to be following next. Ball Lightning still jumping around from player to player, slowly whittling them down here. Can they just? Are they just trying to spread it for? Oh God, they jump it over to one more, but that's going to be the Punisher getting another jump there, and the core is starting to lose health on the left-hand side here. House of Chez taking a lot of damage. Chesmix themselves is trying to get out. That Leoric is so very low, but that will be the Punisher going down. Leoric will be the first one. Riptire to come out from the Junkrat. Going to be trying to find the Kael'thas here. We'll be finding them. That is going to be the GG's called, and it looks like it's going to be game number 3 going over to Woodley. GG. Well played. Ooh, what a good game. All right, let's go ahead and get... Just gonna find out who wants to do interview. And then after this, we actually have another best of 3 series coming up. It's a replay cast of the heroic game between Moto and Revive Esports. So if you want more Heroes of the Storm action, please don't go anywhere, because we have one more game after we have this interview with one of the members from Wood League. Cool. Let's go ahead. Show talents, and we'll jump into a lobby. Alright, we'll wait for their captain to jump in here, and we'll go ahead and get a sweet interview. What a game indeed. Alright, at this time we're going to be joined by Cavalier. How you doing? Congratulations on that Game 3 win. How you feeling?
Oof, my heart is racing a little bit. I gotta say, it was stressful.
So let's go back because we had a couple games there, and we had Tomb of the Spider Queen was the first map. What was it that really had them kind of win that game over you? Because it was a very strong game on their side consistently. Was it the Gul'dan play? Was it just their momentum? What was it that really? Because they had a strong play into your team consistently. It seemed like you were just playing whatever they wanted you to do, almost the back foot consistently. Did it feel like that, or was it just like, oh, we're waiting for a talent tier?
Oh, it felt like that. They definitely had a plan, and Gul'dan is so strong on that map. They
Oh yeah.
love wave clear characters. They love Ragnaros and Gul'dan because they like macro type setups.
Mm-hmm.
For at least from what our scouting said. And Gul'dan is so good at Tomb and just clearing. So and Flash plays a great Gul'dan, and he was nailing his corruptions too. So not only was he clearing waves, but he was able to pressure us during team fights, and some great horrifies really set us up for a lot of kills on their part.
It was a really good game, game number one. But then we go to Towers of Doom for game number two, and that looked so well synergized for your team. You really didn't drop much beyond the 32 core health that you had the entire time. Was that a practice map for your team? Or was it just their draft didn't really work out too well, and you were able to kind of punish that Zul'jin quite a few times?
A little bit of both. Like Towers is one of the maps we don't practice because I feel like we feel like we have it down enough that we don't need to practice it. But we said, okay, they seem to be macro oriented, and on Towers, it's not as macro oriented. It's a completely different type of objective. You don't push to a final core and beat down the core. It's completely different. So
Mm-hmm.
we felt like we had a good chance of forcing a game three, and it worked for us.
And then going into game three, that was such a big back and forth. Was there any worry, like, towards that end where they took the double keep and then you were getting that final Punisher? Were you just saying, like, we're going to win through this final Punisher, we have to defend and play slow? Like, what were comms like right at the end of that game?
Well, at the end of the game, we were yelling "ball" a lot. Uh,
I actually was
but
noting that too. I was just like, man, they're just like sharing this. They're trying to see how long they can keep it going.
it's like every time we called it and someone decided to move a certain way, the other person moved the same way, and it was just like it felt unending. But we were close a couple of the times on forcing back in to get those Punishers, and we knew that they had the better clear for getting the Punishers on those objectives. So we knew that was their advantage, but we needed to push them off that point. So when we got to the top and that very last objective, we got them off the point and just kept telling each other, like, they can't get on the point. Let's zone them out. Let's get these one by one and get this Punisher. And thankfully, we were able to. Though I was worried because they did really well with, hey, we're not getting this Punisher. I'm going to get 2 keeps from you.
Yeah, it was
So
it was
they
a
at
little.
least made good work of their time.
It was a little worrisome there, and I saw Barcode on which also shout out to Barcode because that game number 3 where they were just like, we're gonna ban out the Rainer, and it was funny because I was looking just through profiles just to see what the season, how it changed, how if the season changed the profile at all or anything like that, and I saw like Barcode has like a 100 plus level Junkrat, and I was like, oh no, I think it was just like, okay, no, I'll just pull up my main, you don't let me play Rainer. So was it a little bit like that, or because I gotta say like Barcode had some really good Junkrat plays throughout that game.
He is a Junkrat main, obviously over a level 100. We were forcing him to play Rainer because he loves Junkrat so much. We're like, look, you need to play some of these other heroes you haven't played in a while. So actually, like, these comps we ran with Rainer and everything were newer ideas because we're forcing him to play away from a couple of his comfort picks. But that was exactly right. We're like, hey, we need wave clear. So you're playing Junkrat. Kind of picked it for him, and he's like, I have no problem with that.
That's so good. Well, it was an amazing best of 3 series. There was a lot of really good games right there. Before I let you go, any shout outs you'd like to give? The floor is yours.
Oh geez. I'll give a shout out to my team, Corix, for helping with scouting this week. I've been super busy, and he helped out with that a lot. And of course, all the new members. We had a bunch of new members this week. And I want to give an especially big shout out to Droopy, which didn't play tonight, but he was here the whole time in case we needed a backup.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he was committed to being there if we needed him.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for the games, and I can't wait to see you further down in the Nexus Gaming Series season.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Too. Alrighty, everyone. That does not do it for us.